Hello, Lauffer. Welcome to your first town hall this year. The 2025-26 school year is underway, and we got a lot of information we need to cover. I got two wonderful students here with me to kind of guide us through everything that we need to cover. We're going to try to do this in a kind of a Q&A session so we can get all the information out to you guys. It's important you guys are taking some notes and understanding and keeping track of everything. And making sure that you have all the information at your fingertips. So please make sure that you're paying attention. If you're not in a classroom that is playing this, make sure that you're looking around and getting somebody in the room to make sure that you guys are watching this. So my name is Matthew Kraft. I'm the proud principal here at Lauffer Middle School. And I got two lovely students here with us. Can you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Brooke. I'm Leilani. And we're members of student council, and we're the representatives for the town hall.
Excellent. And they're going to be asking me some questions. I'm going to be asking them some questions, and we're just going to share a bunch of information. So let's get started.
Okay. Kraft, how do we be the best student learner at Lauffer?
Well, there's a lot of ways in which you guys can prove your ability as students, right? I mean, the first thing is getting a good night's sleep, making sure you guys are coming in prepared, rested, computers fully charged, ready to go for your day. You're focused in your classrooms, you're working with your teachers, you're working with your peers, you're talking things through. You know, nothing happens by accident, guys. You have to really think about, putting your best foot forward every single day that you come on this campus. What do you guys do to be a good learner here at Lauffer?
I pay attention to my teachers, and I take focused notes when they're talking so I can use them later on assignments or like tests.
Leilani, what's a focused note?
The focus note is when like you take notes about like what your teacher's like talking to you about, and so like you could use them to study when you have like a test and stuff.
Right. And Brooke, how do you study?
I look over my notes, and then I look at some of the assignments I've done, and I just like process it all and keep rereading it so it stays in my brain so I can remember it.
Yeah, and do you guys ever share your notes in between each other and kind of go over stuff together?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I like to learn too. Is like I used to do flashcards, and then I'd have people give me like tests and the flashcards, based on my notes. So that was always something that you guys can always do. All right, to help get things to cement in your minds. What about binders? As students, we need to have binders here at Lauffer, right? So I'm sure you guys both have like really awesome, epic Avid binders, right? This was actually pre-planned. We are definitely an Avid school, and we want to make sure that everybody has a binder. So I know some of you guys are out there like Brooke. I'm not like Brooke. That have just folders or just notebooks in your backpack. And really, honestly, guys, it's not good enough, and it doesn't match the level at which you guys need to be learning and collecting your knowledge, okay? So you need to have a binder. Three-ring binder, 1 inch, 1.5 inch is all you need. And if you have any trouble or need some support getting that, please talk to your teachers. We're going to be doing binder checks every Monday, so we need to make sure that you guys have that, and you girls know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like we see the bags open up, we see the papers get shoved in. Mm-hmm. That's not middle school, right? We don't want to be doing that. That's elementary type stuff. We need to make sure we're taking care of our business, and we want to get that stuff cleaned up, right? Organized, so we can get to our stuff right away.
Yeah, if we have a binder, it helps us for our next class. We can find our papers easier, and so we don't lose them, we can have them organized.
Yeah, sounds good. What's the next thing that we need to be talking about?
Uniform and the dress code.
All right, what are some things that we know off the bat we don't and shouldn't have on campus?
Hoodies, Crocs,
ripped jeans.
No black on black.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tank tops.
Yeah, you guys are nailing it, right? Like, a lot of it is that you guys are close, but you're not close enough. So a lot of black on black we still see. So, we're trying to work with you guys, but you guys got to meet us halfway. So please, please, please make sure that you're not wearing the black on black, that you're got the appropriate jeans on, that you guys don't have any holes, rips, tears, that kind of stuff, and you guys are covered on all that end. Okay?
There will be dress down days that you can earn for like good behavior and like good grades.
Yeah, we're going to continue that this year.
Teacher, please.
Yeah, so what about something like maybe, let's shift gears for a second. How about vocabulary on campus? What do you hear from your friends and peers and people around campus, and how should we be talking here on campus?
Like we hear like a lot of like cuss words and like racially charged language, but we should be talking to each other like with respect, and we should be nice to one another, and like we shouldn't be talking in English or Spanish with like bad words.
Right, I mean, just like no bad words, right? Doesn't matter what language you pick, right? And here's the other thing too, like at the end of the day, the idea is respect. You know, we want respectful, responsible, reliable students here on campus. And the first thing that starts with is your mouth. Okay, you got to watch what you're saying, how you're saying it, even with friends. I know you guys are good friends. I know you guys, talk to each other. And you maybe even have like your own little way of talking to each other. But there's a way to do that, and when you should do that, that's probably not on campus all the time, right? So what's appropriate off campus is not appropriate necessarily on campus. So we got to really watch what we're saying.
And that goes into the 3 R's, like being respectful, responsible, reliable. Treat others the way that you want to be treated.
Now, respect, responsible, reliable, is that to ourselves?
Well, that's to everybody, to your peers, adults, staff, like your classmates.
And when we say staff and adults, we mean subs too, guys. You guys gotta treat them with respect. In fact, you should be giving them even extra of your attention, even extra of your support, because we got to make sure that they're being covered and protected and supported too. And so they want to come back and help support your teachers and help support you. Okay? So really make sure that you're taking care of your subs, make sure you're taking care of each other. What's another topic we can touch base on?
Electronics and like being responsible with them and not having your phones or earbuds in class.
Yeah, I mean, okay, now be real with me. What are you guys seeing around campus right now with this stuff?
Like AirPods in ears during class, and like people having their phones in their pockets or like out.
Right. And I mean, look, guys, please understand. Like, we understand you guys are emotionally connected to your devices. We understand that there's a social aspect to this, and we understand you want to be in touch with mom and dad. We get all of that. But there's rules in place, there's laws in place, there's policies in place that are here to protect you guys for this protected time of learning. So when you guys are on campus and in your classes, you got to be in a learning mindset. So that means that cell phone's got to go away. Okay, you're focused on all the other things or all the different things that can't take precedence over your learning while you're in the classroom, okay, and while you're on campus. Okay, so that's why we have the rules. You can have your cell phones and your AirPods and everything before school, during lunch, or after school, but in the hallways and in the classrooms, that stuff's got to be away. Okay, and please don't think you're getting anything over on us. We see you girls putting your hair down, so we can't see it. We see all that stuff, and I mean, you got to work with us. We're trying to work with you. Please, please, please make sure, okay? And just because some other kid might have gotten away with it once or twice does not mean that it's okay for you guys to do it, all right? So it's like a speeding ticket. You guys are going to get called out on it sometimes. Sometimes you might get away with it, but don't think for a second that it's okay, all right? Go ahead.
And that goes with computer usage too, and like.
Yeah, I mean, computers are the best thing and the worst thing, right? I mean, we have an opportunity to get you guys supported in learning and getting you guys more access to critical, up-to-date curriculum on these devices. But on the same token, you got to protect yourselves. So we have had issues in the past with kids getting on chats, getting onto things that they should not be getting into portions of video games that just should not be used, okay? Does that make sense? So we want to make sure that we're protecting each other and we're not in a scenario where we have to rely on the devices to stop us or even our parents to have to step in and support us. We want to make sure that we are abiding by the rules and making sure that we're covered with with what we're doing online. At the end of the day, everything comes full circle, and you guys got to be protected. Okay, so that's where we are with that. Let's go ahead and switch gears real quick to sporting events. In general, you cannot be on you cannot be on campus after school without a parent. Okay, so you need to make sure that you have your parent with you, and you're covered. Now, if you're here as an athlete, you're fine. Okay, but if you are here and you are not an athlete and you want to support your peers, which is great, we love that, you got to be with a parent. Okay, and we will send you back to the front and we will take you out if that does not end up be the case. Okay, so make sure that you understand that. So, Leilani, have you ever stayed for an event after school that you weren't playing in the sport?
Yeah.
Did you have to have a parent with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did they have a good time too?
Yes.
Did you get anything from the snack bar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we always have that too. Our PTO is really good about being out with the snack bar, making sure that we guys have an opportunity to get some food, get some grub on, and have a good time. We want you guys to have a good time. We want you guys to come out. We've got to do it the right way. All right. How about shifting gears to hallway etiquette? What does it mean by that, hallway etiquette?
Like, oh, okay.
You must like stay to your
Talking to the
right.
mic.
Wait. You go.
You must stay to your right, and you can't have more than 2 people by your side because that will just that will take up the whole hallway, and then other people trying to walk the other way will have a hard time. And you shouldn't be jumping or like trying to slap on any walls or door frames because you could get hurt and you could hurt somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, we got basically it's horseplay, guys. You're in and out of the hallways. You're pushing each other. You're shoving each other. You're screaming sometimes. That's got to stop. All that stuff's got to stop. Stay to your right when you're walking down the hallway as much as you possibly can. If you're crossing over to go to the left-hand side, that's fine. Okay? But you guys got to stay to your right when you're walking. Okay? And you got to keep it moving. You don't have time to sit there and dab up everybody on the way. I know you guys love to do that, but there's a time and a place, and you got to make sure that you get into your next class on time. You're allowing the other student to get to the class on time. Mr. Jackson has gone from his gym all the way down to the other side to Mr. Malis' class and all the way back twice and still made the bell. So make sure that you are understanding that the 3-minute passing period is plenty of time for you to get to wherever you need to be. You guys need to get there, okay? And be safe with each other. Be nice to one another. Don't be shoving each other, pushing each other, any of that kind of stuff. Okay, make sure. And then what else do you got? Oh, the 10-10 rule. The 10-10 rule. Remember, last 10 minutes, first 10 minutes, the bathrooms are off limits. That gives you 10 minutes just to get settled in the class. That gives you 10 minutes to pack up, get things ready to settled up. Finish your thoughts, make sure your learning is concluded, and then you can get to your next class. Okay. So just for the 10-10 rule, make sure that you guys aren't asking and putting your teachers in an awkward place. Make sure that you have the knowledge base that you're asked well before the 10-10 rule. Okay? All right. Other thing about hallway etiquette, and the last thing I'm going to say about it is you dictate how you get to class. And your ability to get from one spot to another is ultimately your responsibility. And when we start doing our tardy sweeps and those kind of things, we're going to be contacting home. We're going to be reaching out to your parents, and this is really a situation and a conversation we don't need or want to have. Okay. All right. What about bus etiquette?
You should be respectful, and how you act in your classes, or how you should act in your classes, is how you should treat your bus drivers and how you should act on the bus. Because if you guys are like playing around or anything, they could like take you back to school and they could call your parents.
Yeah, and to be honest, as much as we try to offer that as a way to get to and from school, right, to help your parents out, it's a privilege. So if you end up becoming such a behavior problem on the bus, it only takes 1 or 2 times, and then we're talking to transportation and the director of transportation, but the possibility of you being removed from the bus, and now your parent has to come and pick you up every single day and has to come and bring you to school every single day, and your parent doesn't want to deal with that. You guys don't want to do that. You guys want to go home. So just work with the bus drivers, work with each other, be nice to each other. Your behavior on the bus, don't be throwing things at each other. Be good to one another, right? What's up? What's up next?
fights. If you are in a fight or you're caught recording a fight, you will be given a consequence. And you guys, if you're caught recording a fight, you will be given the same consequence as the person in the fight. And fights are dumb. You shouldn't just get in a fight. You should be responsible, and you should be mature and just try and talk about it without having to fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, this is the worst part of human nature, right? And for the most part, over the last 4 years, every single year has gotten better and better and better here. From my time here in the last 4 years, it's gotten better, and we've had less and less and less fights on campus. That doesn't mean they're never going to happen, but the reality is we should not be looking for that as an option. It is not an option on this campus. I want to make this explicitly clear. If you get into a fight, the full weight of the district's discipline matrix will fall upon you. Your parents will be notified, will be brought in. If there are injuries involved, police will be called. Everything will go. Everything is on. You are not allowed to have that kind of mentality where you're going to go after somebody else for any reason. If you have this stuff come up, you need to be mature, seek out an adult, seek out until it's concluded too. Like, stay with us, work with us, talk to us, and we will help you conclude this in a mature fashion with your words, okay? And get you guys to a place, at bare minimum, where you guys can tolerate each other and just stay away from each other, okay? But we're going to get through that. We're not going to allow that to be a thing. Make sure that you're handling your business outside these gates. It is not, once you're on this campus, we're not dealing with that here. And also, don't pull out your cell phone. If you pull out your cell phone and start recording a fight, you're going to get it that much or worse than the kids that are actually involved. That is them at their worst time in their lives. And they don't deserve to have that posted anywhere after the fact, that you guys are now in a scenario where, you know, that person is trying to get a job in their 30s and some middle school fights popping up on their social media. That's ridiculous. No one should have to go through that. And no one should have to remember that. So protect each other. When you see somebody else trying to whip out a phone because they think it's cool to record something like that, you better step up and tell them, hey, please don't do that. And maybe they'll think twice. Okay? Make sure. Otherwise, you know, use good judgment, use empathy with one another, and we'll get through. Okay?
Keep your hands to yourself.
Fields and cafeteria during lunch. You are expected to keep the fields and cafeteria clean during your lunch. If we see any trash left on the field or in the cafeteria, then we will limit the areas where you can eat. Also, if you do see trash, please pick it up and throw it away. Have pride for our school.
Leilani, have you ever been asked to pick up trash by an adult that wasn't your trash?
Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, don't get upset about that. Like, we're going to ask you to take pride in your school, and you'll see adults picking up trash that's not theirs. You're going to need to do that. You know, and the reality is, if everybody just did their jobs and picked up and threw away stuff of their own, we wouldn't be asking anybody to have to do that, right? And it's not something that you should leave your tray and go do something and then you think you're going to come back and throw it away. Just throw it away. Take the 10 seconds, throw away the trash, and then go do whatever you're going to do. Okay? But make sure that you're cognizant of that. What else we got?
See something, say something. If you see something that does not follow Lauffer rules or procedure, please report it. You can do it anonymously on the Lauffer Learn page. Keep each other safe, and if you see something that shouldn't belong on the campus, just report it, and you're not gonna be a snitch. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, it's not a thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're a stinking hero for telling us what we need to know. Like, I got to be honest. At the end of the day, guys, you are your best protectors. Like, there's not enough adults to catch everything or see everything. It's just the fact of the matter. So we rely on you guys to know and see, and what you guys know and see should become our knowledge. Okay? So if something's that's on campus that somebody else brought or you brought or anything happens where you're like, that's not safe or that can't be good, you got to let an adult know, and you got to let them know right away. Okay? And at the end of the day, you're a hero for it. Okay? We are here to protect each other. We are here to protect everyone that comes in and off this campus. And yeah, it's your responsibility. And yeah, I do know that Lauffer reports. At the end of the day, all of our kids have always done a great job of reporting the stuff that matters. So we appreciate that. Continue that work. Make sure that you guys stay heroes. What else we got?
PBIS. You can earn Rattler rewards by being the 3.
Okay, and then those come and go as we go. The biggest thing is that you're going to get some dress down days. You guys are going to get some opportunities for different things. So those are coming. Some of the biggest things we talk about is our top 10 lists. Okay, do you guys remember what the two top 10 lists are?
The principal list and the teacher list.
Right, and the principal list is for kids that are like what?
They're the top 10 in your class with the best grades.
With the best grades, right? Academically, so literally GPA. And that's how the high schools do it too. They do a ranking order. Okay, so that's the same thing. So if you're going to be the principal's list, that means you're the top 10 in the 6th grade, or you're top 10 in the 7th grade, or you're top 10 in the 8th grade. Okay, so if that's you, by academics, you're going to get those opportunities. So one of the things that we're going to make sure that we get with you guys is that, and then your attendance. What percentage of attendance do they have to be in?
95% attendance or better.
95% attendance or better, and you get a whole week for that, okay? Next time we get together, the next town hall, we'll be discussing more about the grading system and how you guys get graded and all that good stuff, but you guys have kind of already done that with your teachers, but we'll cover that. And the last thing is I want you guys to go ahead and conclude with everything you guys have for Stuco and what's coming up with Stuco.
For Stuco, we're looking for more people to join, maybe up to like 6 people, 2 boys at least, to join us in planning and carrying out various activities. To join, you must be able to maintain a 2.0 and above in all classes, and you have to be respectful and be kind to everyone.
Please find Stuco reps outside during your lunch if you are interested.
You must be willing to work, plan, and participate with everyone in the class.
I really appreciate you girls coming out and talking to us today, working with me on this. We're gonna do versions of this moving forward, and we're just gonna get better and better at it, and I think the kids are gonna get more and more out of it. Thank you guys for your day. Thanks for the time. Have a great one.
Thank you.